day youth movement for me is something which is so close to my heart.
Youth ministry for me is to be with the youth, to love them, to spend time with them and help them in some little way possible.
We wanted to give an organizational setup and reach every Syro-Malabar youth born and brought up in Bombay and migrants together, integrated, without imitating any of the Kerala model because of the special situation and nature of the Diocese of Kalyan.
So when we speak about the goals of the youth ministry, I think primarily it is deepening faith. And so I see youth ministry as a continuation of catechism, or you can call it adult catechism.
The youth movement has to always aim towards to help and assist the young members to have a Christ-centered life.
The second goal which I see about youth ministry is that you foster fellowship. Last, I think of youth ministry as making youth conscious of their responsibilities towards the society.
It means a lot for me. I can never imagine myself without the youth ministry. It has been a source to interact with different personalities.
Help the youth to connect to the liturgy, which helps them to transcend from religiosity to spirituality.
Celebration of liturgy in Hindi and English gave the youth the idea Syro-Malabar Church should not remain the confines of a monoculture, a particular language, open its doors to people of different languages and cultures.
Taking initiatives to convey the stand of the church using the media they connect in a way that they understand.
Being in youth ministry is one of the best options that youngsters need to take.
The youth movement has given an opportunity for the young members to know each other, and this knowing has helped them to have a kind of koinonia. And more than that, the youth movement has given one identity to the youth.
It was actually helped me to improve my self-confidence and making me what I am today.
The youth ministry precisely is to help the youth grow. Imagine assessment, I would say, is a person who lacks confidence, he builds his confidence. A person who cannot speak properly, he speaks properly. Or a person who develops his leadership skill, coordinating skill.
Participating in regional and national programs, became aware that we are not divided and separated, but part of the universal church. Our youth made clear that they are proud of their Syro-Malabar identity.
As far as growth is concerned, the youth ministry has helped me to be involved in a lot of activities which comprises of planning, teamwork, enhancing relationship management, and of course execution to achieve the desired results has helped me both personally as well as professionally.
Being part of the youth ministry, I got a lot of opportunities. Through youth ministry, I was able to make a lot of friends and meet a lot of people. And the most important thing that I got is the knowledge about what is right and wrong. So there was a constant guidance by the seniors, and so whenever I stepped into the world, it helped me to make my choices more appropriately.
I remember one particular topic, the pro-life, that was studied and discussed. When I got introduced to the gospel of life, I came to know the beauty of life and at the same time the irony of facts that went against life.
But in the long term, when I see long term, as it would be when they start their normal life, a life together, life as a Christian, life as a parishioner, life as a husband, or life as a wife. And when he lives a life beautifully according to Christian values, I feel that is where the youth ministry has helped youth grow.
The youth ministry is always a very challenging one.
Challenges, of course, the youth ministry is concerned. We did have a lot of challenges in terms of convincing the priests, whether it was our own parents.
There was no office, no telephone, no records, and no organization. All what I got was the appointment letter from Bishop Mar Paul Chittilapilly.
Some of the challenges at that time were people would keep picking faults of the youth. I remember priest making remarks like, first let them change and become good people, then we will cooperate with them.
And unfortunately, we elders only look at them from outside and we misjudge them. Somehow, always we moralize them on their loose characters or their dressing or their way of behavior. But when we come to know them closely, we come to know that they are people very different.
One of the greatest challenge I had in my youth ministry time is always to know the interest of the young people and how this interest can be turned as a way, as a program, as a means to build them closer to God.
One of the biggest challenge I would say is to interact or attract today's youth.
The major challenge that you face is to prioritize various things.
The lighter side, the other end is these youngsters have made me younger. In fact, they have taught me about Facebook and Twitter.
One of the most precious movements that I'm cherishing even now is the beginning and the organization of the Key Army. I'm so privileged to be the founding director of the Key Army, and this is something which is really catching up the youth now in our diocese.
By playing andaksharis and dumb charades, had fallen in love with them, talked and danced, contact with them, kept me young and my faith vibrant.
My expectation of youth is something very challenging one. The youth have to be the prophetic voice of God, and they have to come towards to the front line of the church and of the society to be a missionary of Christ.